Hello everybody, this is Lila in Hawaii. I'm doing some beach art. A friend gave me some beach glass and I already had some myself, and I thought, we call it mermaids tears here, and I thought I'd make some little whatnots, some brooch pieces, some pendant pieces and so on. I was working on them a little bit and I thought I would show you how I go about doing them. First of all, I took some beach glass and I tried to get glass that was rather smooth, although some of it wasn't smooth on the edges, and hopefully I can take care of that in some way. And the very first thing I did was I chose a picture, and this is for someone who's a swimmer, and so I chose pictures that would fit into that category, and also for the shape of the piece of glass, like that one. And then some of them I used my own pictures, like these three. I don't know if you can see those, can you? These three. These are my own paintings. I just miniaturized them and put them on some beach glass as well. The first thing I do, as I said, is I cut out a picture and then I glue it onto the glass, just like that. And however it fits is good. I try and cut out the pieces that are not necessary, and I like to show some of the glass behind it. It's important to me. The next thing I do is I let that dry, and I then go around the edge to make it sealed and make it with some sort of a finish that looks like, kind of like a frame. And for that I use embossing stamp pad. And this one's clear, and I use different kinds of embossing powder. I only have three actually. I have clear, and then I have this one which is sort of a bit of a sparkle, and then I have a turquoise one, and that's the one that's sort of sea green. That's the one I used on that. This one's already finished, so I put a finding on that can thread some nice sea colored twine through there, or even a chain. This one also, because it's very, very miniature, I chose some little miniature pictures, and I've already finished that, so I've put a little finding on that one too. So there we go. Okay, so after I've put the picture on, let it dry, I then have to decide how I'm going to finish the edge. And I found that I can experiment. I used to do them with a hot glue gun and some gold leaf, and that is nice too, but didn't seem appropriate for this particular finish. So for this one, this is a little picture I did. I'm going to finish this off around the edge with some glitter glue, and that's the glitter glue I get at Kmart. It's for kids, really. I like it a lot. Anyway, I usually take some glitter glue and I put it around the edge and then I dry it. I've already put it there. I'm going to put some here. A little clogged up, and I don't want to take time to unclog them. So that's it. I try to just do one side at a time if I can, because it gets a bit messy otherwise. But on this one, because that was kind of a short end there, and I've done the other end, I've done one side, and I've only got one side left to do, so I'll just do that. I could just let it dry, of course. That'd be fun. But because I want it to be sort of harder, I'm taking my glue gun. The glass gets very hot, so you can't touch it at this point. I often use a chopstick just to hold it if I need to. So that's the first. I usually go around 2 or 3 times around the edges. So that one, I can't move it right now, but that's the little picture I drew of a vase of greenery. This one, as I said, is done. That's done. This one is done, but it needs some sort of way to attach it to a bracelet. Could be a charm. Okay. This one, I've just finished this one, and unfortunately it's quite pale, but that's also one of my little paintings. Anyway, after I've done that, this one, the glass just happened to be in the shape of a heart, and I used those micro beads on that one. I put some glue on it and then put micro beads, and then the image of the woman. Not totally sure I like that, but anyway, I did it. Let's see what else So then the next thing is to work on some of those that are already kind of cool. Now that one, I've gone and added the stamp pad with the embossing powder. I've gone around that once, and it's got sort of a sparkle to it. So that looks kind of nice with that old-fashioned woman. So I'll put that aside. The next one I'm going to work on would be, I've done the bottom of this one, some bills at the beach. I think I've done that side, done that. I've been around the 4 times, so now I'm going to go back again. And this time I'm putting it on the pad, and then I think I'm going to dip it in the, this is the powder that has that little sparkle to it. And of course it won't adhere unless it's got that glue on it, that embossing glue on it. So that's done. So that has to just sit and dry now, this one, and then I'll be putting a finding on that. This one is a little image I painted of a man, and so I don't think I need to go around this one with some embossing powder. I'm just going to use the clear on this one. I'm not real adept at this. I just sort of wing it. You can go around 2 or 3 times, I found. Okay, so that's how I go about that. I'm not going to go around the 4 sides on that one. It's very, very hot, the glass. Of course, because it's old glass, it's kind of tempered and it doesn't break when you heat it. The next thing to do is, for me anyway, you can do it however you like, but the next thing I do is I put crystal lacquer on the picture. And I don't put it on the glass if I can help it. I try and just put it on the image. So, for example, this lady, who is already completed, got a lot of glitter on her, so we'll see what happens. Some of it's intentional, some of it's accidental. Okay, so there we go, so that's that. And as you can see on this one, see I've already put that on there, that's nice and dry. Gives it a nice look, and it also doesn't really interfere with the look of the glass. There we go. I like it to still look like glass. Okay, so this is the one I put the glitter glue on, and it has that little picture that I painted. So now I'm going to go over there. You can still go ahead and add more to the outside of the glass to stop it being sharp if you need to. But in that, if I do it that way, usually what I do is I turn it upside down. Face down, in other words. Okay, so that's done. I don't want that to blow away. Okay. So that's done. That one's done. These are all complete. So I'm going to bring the camera over so you can see those. So this one is the one I just did. Just added the crystal glaze. This one has not been finished around the edge. No crystal glaze on there. This one needs finishing. These two need finishing. This one I've just added the crystal glaze. And then these ones are really basically complete. Oops. Gosh, I hope I didn't mess that up. Oh no, this one was done earlier. It's one of my little pictures. This one's a woman. Old-fashioned, sort of Grecian-looking woman. And then that's some sunbathers again. And this one, as I said, was the one that looked like the heart. And so once you put the finding on it like that, then you can thread through something like a chain or some cord or whatever, or you can add it to a bracelet. If it's one of the smaller ones like this, you might want to add it to a bracelet, or you could put a pin back on it and make it into a brooch. Anyway, I hope you like that little touch from the islands. Aloha.